For the first time in 37 days, New Mexico State returns to the Pan Am Center. Hawks here tonight. And Wilkins wins the tip against the 7'3" Aaron Menzies. Both offenses really good. Aggies averaging 74 per game, Red Hawks averaging 80. Here's Lofton, who averages 20 per game himself. Deep two for Zach, it rims out.
Seattle team is plenty big, Adam. They're just, they're maybe the biggest team the Aggies have faced all year.
And they shoot it as well as anybody in the conference. 39% from three. I mean, they make 10 threes per game. They have 10 to shoot. Here's Rashad Giddens, the Weber State transfer, to the Wisconsin transfer, Jordan Hill, with 2 on the clock. A step back three from the wing. Shallow, cleared away by Jonathan Wilkins. Wilkins likes to shoot the three, and he parries it. The 8th made 3 this year for the big senior out of France. 3-zip Aggies. Popping out is Cavas. An air ball from the corner. The 7'3" Menzies picks it up. There's a lot of scores on this Red Hawks team. 5 players averaging at least 11, including Hill, who has the ball in his hands right here. 2 to shoot for him again. Dump off for the 7'3" Menzies, altered by Jamario Jones.
Well, that's classic Jamario Jones.
City Endier from the corner for the Aggies. Aggies shooting 46% from the field this year. They haven't been great from 3, though. Just 32%. Jones on the pump fake and drive, batted away by Hill. And really no bad losses right now for the Aggies, who are receiving top 25 votes. On the pull-up, H.J. Harris. Ohio State averaging 10 per game. This defense for the Aggies the last month or so has been smothering opponents. Program coach in defense, because you go back to Marvin Menzies, Paul Weir, they always had their team playing strong defense the entire year.
Well, I think that, you've talked
the field.
Seattle in the zone here for the first time.
On the baseline, Wilkins. The Aggies staying patient 3 minutes in. Harris awaits a ball screen from Jones. Lofton from 27. Bingo!
Long and quick in that zone. I can see that causing the Aggies some problems. Let's see if they stick with the zone next time down.
Josh Herlihy, 3.5 in, no points for Seattle so far. And they're using a lot of clock on offense. Cavas bobbles and then gets to it. Cavas attacks outside for Herlihy. Too strong. So this one goes on Cavas, his first, team second. An 8-0 start for the Plus. Jamario Jones averaging a double-double. Harris from the head of the key. Jones playing the high post. Touch pass for Lofton. Back to Harris in the air. That's no good. Jones snatches and puts it home.
Escaped him there. When that really brought the crowd to their feet. Crowd just going wild for Jamario Jones.
The majority of the crowd still on their feet. On the attack, Giddens. He's fouled and it slips in. The Aggies haven't been home in 37 days. Welcome home, fellas. What a start.
He's up 10-2, but with Zach Lofton on the bench. Aggies do without Zach Lofton.
So the Aggies bring in Keon Jones to replace Zach. He's on the left wing. And Seattle stays in this zone. The 3 can be the zone buster. The Aggies with no rebound. Keon Jones pulls it in. Jones also a really good three-point shooter who hasn't played much recently. Endier from the wing. Harris to Keon Jones. It seems like, Coach, the Aggies are staying really patient here against the zone.
They're having a little trouble getting it inside. They're moving it around the perimeter, but had a little trouble getting it inside.
Cavas misfires. Another rebound for Wilkins. Endier for Jamario Jones. Jordan Hill for get in, so rise and fire. That's too strong. Jamario Jones with good hang time to corral the miss.
Just you see him rise right up over the 7'3" guy.
Sidestep in a three, long from Endier.
Not a tenth of the coach Chris Jans is, but they've got to get the ball inside somehow against the zone.
That's true.
Folds.
Jamario Jones to Keon Jones. Jamario gets his 5th rebound. Cutting Harris back out for Endier.
In the high post. And I think that'll be the key. Is the ball has to get to the high post or low post at some point against the zone.
Jordan Hill gets a ball screen from Cobbins. Missed it wide left. 6th rebound, Jamario Jones. And he can run the floor. Endier again. Extra pass, Keon Jones. Batted out to Keon. Neither team can buy a bucket right now. Both teams are getting good looks. Flashing Jamario Jones, reversal Chu. It's off the bench.
Yes, and I'll go out on a limb and say by the...
Hill breaks it. Redhawks trying to break a scoreless rout of nearly 3 minutes. Morgan Means off the bench. He's averaging 8 per game. Means with it. There's not a whole lot of movement here for the Redhawks. Means picked up his dribble.
Look at that Aggie defense. Unbelievable. Just watch the denial here. Just everywhere any Seattle player goes, there's an Aggie glued to him.
This shows you don't have to shoot the ball well. The Aggies have missed 7 of their previous 8 shots, yet they lead by 10, 12-2, because of their defense so far. Sean Buchanan checks in. Buchanan here at the head of the key. Swings it for Keon Jones. Chua's running the baseline. On the bounce, here's Chua. Flashing Endier. Johnny McCants can't stick. Under 12 left here in half one. Remarkable.
It's remarkable that Jordan Sperber did that. And we've talked about what a tremendous job Chris Jans has done, and what a terrific staff he has as well. We'll talk more about them as the season goes on.
Lou Godino, Jordan Sperber, David Anwar, Jeff Myatt, Andy Schmidt. On the staff of Chris Jans this year, the first-year Aggie head coach. Trying to extend their 10-point lead. That'll work.
Keon Jones is there. They come out and contribute first. They think shoot second, defense and pass the ball first. And they've made great contributions all year, both Sean Buchanan and Keon Jones.
Hurley, one of many left-handers on this Redhawks roster. Hill on the baseline. That's a tough shot.
Very tough shot.
Buchanan finds Chua. Down low for Johnny McCants. Right back to Chua. Cutting is Endier. Spins home.
Taking advantage of the seam in the defense there. With 8 points.
Second best offense in the conference, too, averaging 80 per game, just behind Utah Valley. 7-0 run for the Aggies here over the previous 230. Do you feel like this zone is working at all right now for the Redhawks?
Well, the Aggies have 17 points in 10 minutes. It's a respectable defense by Seattle. It's just that their offense hasn't kept up.
Big body down low for the Redhawks. Seattle U 13-7. Some nice wins this year. Pull-up jumper.
It'll break the ice for Seattle.
Redhawks just 2 of 10 shooting. Look at that ball movement there for the Aggies. They find A.J. Harris. He launches a little too long. Hurley. What's your main principles, Coach?
Well, ball movement first and foremost, but the ball has to go inside at some point. You can't just pass it around the perimeter, which is what I excelled at as a player. I passed it around the perimeter and couldn't do anything else. But yeah, the ball's going to have to go inside like it did there.
Johnny McCants.
The ball's going to have to go inside at some point, either low post or high post.
In the WAC tournament, and who knows how this year is going to end up. But Gabe right now, Sean Buchanan and A.J. Harris, that tandem has really, really hounded Jordan Hill, who has the ball right now. Transfer in from Wisconsin, played for both Bo Ryan and Greg Gard for the Badgers.
Wow, great defense. Swarming defense by Sean Buchanan. Oh.
For a while, same with Chris Jans. Hayford came over from Eastern Washington. Hadley hands the three.
There's not many players who can do that, do the head fake and then still make the three afterwards. Larry Bird could do it, but it's a tough shot. It's a tougher shot than it looks like.
Melbourne, Australia native. Sooner answers Hadley.
Well, I think we've got a game here. After what looked like it might be a blowout, but I don't think Seattle's going to roll over and die.
Skip goes to Hadley. Hurley, he closes out quickly on Gabe. Harris has 4. Harris, a stutter, uses his offhand.
A.J. Harris rarely takes a bad shot, but that one he had to hurry up with the shot clock winding down.
Hurley heat to the rim. Blocked away, Johnny McCants. And then tipped on the wing. And Jordan Hill will reset for the Redhawks. They have 6 to shoot. Hill has to hurry. Does he know? Now he'll attack with 2 to shoot. Shoots it over A.J. Harris, and he...
Well, tough shot by Jordan Hill there.
There goes Jamario Jones.
Around the basket. He had me fooled there. I didn't know what he was doing.
Jones averaging a double-double this year. 10 points, 11 rebounds per game. Hill again.
Hesitation and going back, fake the spin move.
Some big minutes now for Gabe Hadley, who triggers again. That one sort go with Hill, Hurley, Heat, Giddens, Cavas, and also Morgan Means. Aggies with Jamario Jones, Hadley, Harris, Buchanan, and McCants. Means to Giddens. Giddens travel.
Bird and Chris Jans, and quite a defensive battle as well.
Harris, a good bounce feed. Jamario Jones to Johnny McCants, and the tip won't go for Johnny. Hadley on the move. The Australian with the flow.
He hasn't played so much this year. I think he's playing with a lot of confidence, but Jamario Jones with another great effort.
Red Hawks have made 4 of their previous 5 shots. Jordan Hill has started to get going. Hurley working on Hadley.
And they spent their whole entire warm-ups working on the jump step. Here's Gabe Hadley with the sort of the running one-hander. And surprise, Jamario Jones.
City Endier. It's the ball screen from Wilkins, who rolls. Hadley from the corner. Water bottles go flying everywhere on the other end. They're going to need to clean that up. It's tipped out by Jones. Means picks it up. Giddens and 1.
Aggies got beat to the ball for the first time all night. They got out hustled.
The country. Zone again for the Red Hawks here. Jamario Jones was posting up the 7-3 Menzies. Here's Jamario posting up Menzies. Now in the switch, Cavas guards him. Jamario going right after Menzies. Wing to wing for Harris. Baseline Jones.
2 very well coached teams.
Jordan Hill on the dribble drive. He was stripped with the Aggies up 8. And M State got off to a good start. Jordan Hill and the Red Hawks trying to battle back here in Las Cruces. First home game in well over a month for the Aggies. And the Red Hawks have not been on the road since December 9th. Alley in for Jamario.
Which must have drawn it up. But that time I really mean it. That's how Chris Jans probably drew it up exactly.
He can really, really coach, can't he?
That's absolutely right.
Aggie lead back in double figures. It's at 10. It's been as high as 15. Long rebound tracked down by Giddens. Reset here for Morgan Means. Chavez on his way to the lane. Teardrop too strong. And Aggies have played pretty much this entire first half without their top scorer, Zach Lofton. 2 jams here tonight for Jamario, and this one was a play by design.
Usually he designs them by himself, I guess.
He does.
You should be an English major.
Oh, no. Chua, out of Rome, Italy. He's on the right baseline wearing jersey number 11 right now. Now he's in the left corner. Here's a touch for Ulanio. High-low feed for Menzi. 285 pounds. 290-ish. The Aggies really utilizing the baseline against this zone. Also the high post. Buchanan mid-post for Jones. Jamario's just going to circle around here and hand it off to Endier. City driving to kick Buchanan.
But they've done a decent job of solving this zone as the game is worn on.
City was the one who went flying. What did you see there, Coach?
I don't know, and he tripped a little bit on the screen. Hard to tell there. Noticed that.
3 grad transfers, and they all start. I guess that's the new way, Coach, to really have success in year one as a new head coach like Hayford is.
I think it encourages guys to graduate, and so clearly it's an interesting rule, and I think it's been a positive.
Seattle hasn't made a field goal in over. Big difference at turnovers. 9 now on the Redhawks, only 1 the first half because of foul trouble for Zach Lofton, who's only played 6 minutes with 2 personals. Final minute here in the first half. Buchanan on the wing for Endier. Touch pass to Buchanan. Slings it out for Hadley. Yes, sir. The Melbourne native. 8 made 3.
He's had great patience. He wasn't playing much early in the season, and now here he is in one of the biggest games of the year for the Aggies, and he's coming through.
Menzies can't stick it.
Side all the time, and it's windy. They don't shoot outside. You don't want to just show up with the cotton candy.
About a 4-second difference here. Game clock, shot clock. Aggies have only shot 39%, 6 of 17 from 3 as well here in the first half, yet they lead by 14. Chua on the catch. 2 on the shot clock. Long 3, A.J. Harris spins off.
Right.
Aggies should have a shot on a make or a miss. Lead for A.J. Harris on the catch. Hill bumps him, has transferred to the Aggies and is in his first year on the floor. Nettles from beyond half court.
He'd been here for 9 years, so that is impressive. By the way, I want to say that the Seattle team has a Martin Luther King quote on the back of their warm-ups. Interesting. I don't know if it's for Martin Luther King Day, which just passed, or it's what they've been wearing all year. But hats off to Jim Hayford for having it be about more than just basketball. It's not just basketball and the English department. There's other things in the world.
Of course. Yeah. Floater misses for Chavez, gets his own miss, and then
He hadn't had the breakthrough game we thought he'd have, but he's tough.
Only 8 today for Chavez, who averages 17. Wilkins shoots it over Menzies.
Tough to see over.
Jordan Hill, the Wisconsin transfer. At the head of the key, they run Chavez off a screen. So Jim Hayford clearly trying to get Chavez going. City Endier with it on the wing for A.J. Harris. Jamario Jones approaching another double-double. And he's averaging a double-double for the year. Ball screen Wilkins. Harris on the move. Pull up for the foul line. No good.
For Menzies, who's well over a foot taller than he is.
Some highlight reel dunks for Jamario Jones and Jonathan Wilkins this evening. Lofton guarding Cavas. Lofton has 2. He's only played 8 minutes in the game. Five to shoot for Cavas. Down low for Menzies with the left hand. Pretty Finney has 6. He does have 9 rebounds, though. Wilkins triggers a 3. Way short. A.J. Harris all over Jordan Hill. Pick and pop for Cavas. Down the lane. Looks for Menzies. Herlihy with 7. Herlihy gets Endier in the air. Doesn't use the body. A.J. Harris waits for Chris Jans to say go here for the play call. Backdoor to Lofton. He lost it. Picked up by Jamario Jones. And a block. Adam Young and Coach Bradford with you. So glad he could join us. A big hello to the Mocha family tuning in Arizona. Mario's parents. Glad you could join us wherever you are tuned in from.
And hit with his left hand. That was right out of the 1950s.
You would have loved coaching him, wouldn't you?
I love announcing. I mean, he's well worth the price of admission right there. Not to mention the other great Aggies.
Herlihy, an air ball. Lofton as he crosses the midcourt line. Lofton for 3. Wilkins gets the miss. Wilkins keeps his balance. And Wilkins to keep his balance here.
Just one of the things, Lieutenant Whitworth, had a Division III power.
8:28 on Saturday was the WAC Player of the Week. Splits the pair. Aggies ahead by 14. Giddens a lob for Menzies. And hand off to Harris. Good patience. Lob for Wilkins. Batted away by the and move to 16-3. Mark Pope has his team playing well. Harris finds City in the corner. The Aggies trying to build on their 14-point lead. Jones operates the baseline to Wilkins. Now to Endier. Yes. Crafty, coach.
We don't want to get too crafty. It would drive the coach crazy. But, yeah, he's such a creative player.
Formal, that's for sure. And we're not going to see it on that replay. It was before Wilkins passed it to City Endier.
Maybe it's better.
Giddens, the pitch out for Herlihy. Good stroke. Sean Buchanan handles the ball. Now to Lofton at the top of the key. Only 3 today for Zach. But he's played under 10 minutes. Buchanan to Chua. He'll rise up. Nearly an air ball. Barely graces the rim. Herlihy. So Red Hawks possession. Jordan Hill on the dribble drive. Lays it in. It's last year at Wisconsin. 20 minutes per game 2 years ago. Low post Chua, and he could not handle it, but Menzies did touch it, so the Aggies will keep it underneath. Red Hawks with 3 grad transfers, the most in Division I, tied with Iowa State's. And they also have 4 transfers sitting out this year that will be eligible next year. Guys that were not grad transfers who came over from the D1 as well. And the Aggies have 2 Division I transfers, one from Utah, one from Denver. 2 guys sitting out this year. And here's the grad transfer for the Aggies, Zach Lofton. Uses the Wilkins ball screen. Can't connect, though, from 3. Red Hawks trying to make this interesting. Matej Cavas skips it for Giddens. Menzies bats it out to Lofton, and the Aggies push. Endier for Wilkins.
You like last 2 3-pointers, which makes me think that he's a little bit tired. Might be time for a Johnny McCants. Might be time for Johnny McCants for a minute or 2.
Hill tells Herlihy to cut through. Backdoor to Giddens on the catch. Batted out by Menzies, right to the Aggies again. No number is a 2 on a 3. The bounce to Lofton. Back out Endier. In the air. No good. Lofton gets the miss. Lofton to the rim. More free throws for Lofton, who made.
Let's not look ahead to Utah Valley. He's a big guard and he's strong and quick. I think he's going to have to improve his defense if he wants to play in the NBA, and also get where he can play the point and share, and be a good assist man as well. I'm highly impressed with him. Partly his demeanor, he seems unflappable.
You feel like he's a bigger version of Jonathan Gibson, the way he plays?
Yeah, or maybe 3 years for the Aggies. Played a little point guard, played a little off guard.
Lob for Johnny McCants.
The place has gone up for grabs here. Aggies up 13.
Dump off to Menzies. Seattle U hanging in there. 10-point game. Still 12 minutes and change left. Harris, high arcing floater, slips off the rim. And Seattle U can get it to single digits right here. He'll fake the handoff. Lead by 10 currently. 49-39. McCants in your living room in Las Cruces.
Timeout with 1 or 2 plays before he joins the team.
49-41 score. Aggies run a set. Low post, Lofton. Wilkins to Harris. Let's see if Lofton can go in here. Finally able to play without foul trouble.
11 minutes to go.
Redhawks trying to make it a 2-possession game on this possession. Hill. The skip. Chavez, a good look. Wide left. Long rebound tracked down by A.J. Harris. He's going all the way to the rim with the right hand, no good. McCants there again.
Now we have what we predicted. It would be a heck of a game. It's just a slow start by Seattle.
The Aggies run a set right here on the wing, Lofton. They're trying to get Lofton free. Zach on a step back from the elbow. That's a tough shot. That's a tough shot, but it's a shot Zach Lofton makes often.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He's got to shoot that one.
Chavez from the elbow and the pull-up. Banks it in, and it is a 2-possession game. I say this too, Coach. It seems like the Redhawks are really defending the Aggies set plays well.
Yes, they're really well prepared, I think.
7-0 run for the Redhawks. Hill to Chavez. And the Redhawks. Chris Jans said earlier this week, he said, I'm stubborn. Whenever our team starts to struggle, I like to see how the guys will handle it. I'll let them play through it. So no timeout here for the veteran coach, Chris Jans. Lofton, the offensive rebound. Chua grabs it. No reset in the shot clock. The Aggies have 4 to shoot. Endier 26 feet away. Big
Aggies attack the basket. They haven't been able to just go right at the basket the way they often do. And he's a force in there.
City clears ahead for Lofton. Lofton in transition. Bingo.
Blow on his pistols after shooting that one. Is that what he did there?
I think so.
Yeah.
Intercepted.
You can feel the momentum shifting.
Look out. Jamario for Lofton. He got it.
And the place has gone bananas here. It's deafening. The crowd's on their feet. And here they come again.
Lofton with it. The trailer, Jamario. They go to Harris, and a Blazers have been able to convert as we see one right here.
Well, just the way the Aggies share the ball here is really impressive. And they're at their best when they share the ball. And maybe that was what was missing during the...
Well here in half 2. (57-46). Aggies by 11. Step back Lofton. Flanks off the rim. Tipped out of bounds. Hip to hit by A.J. Harris. Giddens from the corner. to the lane. Teardrop, pretty.
It would be great for Seattle if he could bust loose here with the game on the line.
57-48. New Mexico State ahead by 9 with 7:08 left here in half two. Power dribble, Eli. Aggie lead back to 11. Under 7 left here in half two. Way long for Morgan Means. Hesitation by Lofton, good patience. Cobbs gets an angle, plenty of separation. Jay Harris runs the point for the Aggies. Backdoor to Lofton.
Well, and that was a smart play to get Lofton going. He struggled a little bit offensively tonight, and that kind of stuff will get him going.
And they've done that on numerous occasions tonight, executing out of a timeout. Harris slings it for Lofton, who bobbled, got his way to the rim, and finger.
Backdoor for him to get him going out of the timeout. Now he's got his confidence back. It won't shock me if Lofton really breaks out here in the last few minutes of the game.
And M State 63, Seattle U 5th guard, who was the WAC Freshman of the Year. Pick and roll to Chua, and that slips in. Aggie lead at 13. We approach 5 minutes left. Chris Driant said he really liked Buchanan and Harris playing together last Saturday. Stuffed it. Only 6 foot. Harris only 5'9". And those two guys, according to Chris Driant, really work well together, and that's a nice combination that he likes now.
That's right. And
Johnny. Harris defending Means. That's a big ball screen that Harris got lost in, and Means drills the. The Aggies have made 4 straight shots from the field. Harris to Lofton. Zone defense for Seattle U. High post McCants. Inside outside Harris. Buchanan to the baseline for Chua. Around the horn to A.J. Harris. Chua with the. He has taken some of Chua's minutes. And Wilkins has started. Chua's come off the bench.
Yeah.
And Jamario Jones has played so well. Sometimes the Aggies will go small with 4 guards.
It takes him a while to get into shape, and he's one of the Aggies' big guys.
Giddens gets Jones in the air. So you have Giddens, who played in 2 NCAA tournaments. Jordan Hill, the grad transfer from Wisconsin, has been to 2 Final Fours with the Badgers. Rainbow lob to Chua, who squares up on the 7-3 Menzies. He'll shoot it over him. Chua has 12 points. The Aggies with 4 in double figures, led by Lofton's 15. 12 of those. 2-3 zone here for the Red Hawks. Harris to Endier, who has to leap to catch. Jamario Jones always cutting. Harris passes up the 3 for the finger roll. Harris with 6 points, 5 assists, no turnovers in the game tonight. He only has 1 turnover in the previous 5 games. He nearly intercepts Menzies.
Smart passer. Just what a plus he's been for the Aggies this year. Look at him float there.
Here's another Jordan Sperber stat. Coming into this game for AJ, he had only committed 1 turnover in the previous 209 possessions when he was on the floor. So 209 possessions on the floor for AJ coming in. Only 1. AJ's on that list after the team on the floor. He has to be that leader, and now he turns it over.
We put the curse on him there.
We'll own up to that one. That's a team turnover on us.
Let's blame us for that one.
From Seattle, has played very little tonight out of Seattle Prep. The Aggies have gone against a zone the majority of the night. Lofton swirls out the 3.
Oh, I think they've done remarkably well. I thought the zone was going to cause them all kinds of problems. They're long and they're quick and they're smart, Seattle. I thought it would cause them more problems than it has. So I'd give them the A- on how they solved the zone.
It's a good grade. Giddens double clutches.
To see, he's a very good player, a very good athlete.
The Aggies have never trailed today. They've led by as many as 17. The lob to Chua in midair.
Most of the Aggies have to go up there.
So last year, 13-7 coming into the game tonight. Jim Hayford's done a really, really good job with the Red Hawks this year. Giddens had it. The cans will stay in for the Aggies. If Garza hits a jumper, this place is going to go nuts. Here's Garza.
Well, it wouldn't shock me. He's done it before.
Gordon throws it away. Stolen by the freshman Nettles. Transition pull-up. Gordon the rebound, then he falls down. Midsection. So Seattle, you will have to shoot it here. The Aggies will improve to 16-3, 4-0 in conference. The Red Hawks will drop to 13-8, 2-2 in WAC play. Another good night for the Aggies, Coach.
Well, and everybody's on their feet. Well, pretty impressive Aggie victory here.